Hi everyone, it's Kiyomi, and while you guys are looking at me flawlessly flaunting my golden hair, I'm not going to be doing that the whole video, but I'm going to be ranking Miitopia jobs. So they're all jobs, they're basically the same on the Switch as the 3DS, and I'm going to be ranking them based off their abilities as well as their reactions on the battlefield towards both the monsters and the other party members. It's all going to be in one book. If you don't want any spoilers for Miitopia, you might want to get off this video. But if you don't mind and you want to take some notes and see what you're getting into, watch the whole thing, please. All right, let's get started on ranking jobs for my favorite game. Okay, to start off this list, I'm going to have to rank the tank at the lowest, mainly because of two reasons. Because the attack requires MP or magic points, and it has a very bad habit of starting a lot of quarrels with one of its abilities. So with the MP, I honestly thought that was pretty ridiculous, but at the same time I could see it. It is still a problem for me though if I don't have any MP. And if your me doesn't have any MP or your tank in this situation, then your me is practically useless. You're just gonna have to put them in a safe zone. And with that the tanks have an ability to, it's just called Cannonball, which is to fire another me character in your party at the monster, which does pretty significant damage. The big backlash to that though is that it could really start a quarrel, and if you're trying to avoid quarrels, then it's not good. It's probably one of the most annoying things in the game, but because I don't have any control over my tank. Alright, so next on this list is going to have to be the chef, and it's mainly for a reason similar reason as a tank, that it has an ability that starts quarrels, which is the spicy dish. If you guys haven't played it, and it's like one of the first jobs you get, and it's just a hassle to deal with. But on the other hand, the chef has an ability that can eradicate monsters and give you grub at the same time, which ups its game and it ups itself in the ranking list. The chef also has the feast option, which can be used to heal your party members. Alright, so the next on this list is going to have to be the cat. There's nothing that really stands out to me in this job. It does have some pretty good damaging attacks. One of the abilities that I really focus on is the MP renewal, or the little cuddly thing. I forgot what it's called. It's cute and kind of weird at the same time. Could you imagine being cuddled like that? I can't. But that's beyond the point. So number 11 on this list is going to have to be the elf, which is a secret job you can get in Miitopia later on in the game. So the elf has a wide range of abilities. So the elf has a music ability which can distract and skip a monster's turn. And it also has some healing powers in there. They're in there just for, why not? Because it's an elf. Alright, so next on this list, or number 10 on this list, is going to have to be the princess. Like the cat, this job doesn't really stand out to me, aside from the cute dresses. But the princess has an auto dodge, and it's kind of cute. It's honestly kind of cute. The princess also has a distraction method, which can skip the monster's turn if it works, and as well as a blindfold, which can be useful if you're dealing with a monster that will distract your Mii's mood. I don't have much to say about this job. It's just cute, okay? It's beautiful. Alright, y'all. We're starting to get into the middle ground of this list. So number 9 is going to have to be the flower. And you know why? Because I honestly see the flower as like a second or another cleric. It has a lot of abilities that will heal your party members. And it just acts more like a cleric. It gives that very cleric vibe. The flower also has the rage, or the earth rage, whatever it's called. It sets the mood of Mii's, and it also, the biggest reason I compare it to a cleric is because it has a revival ability. Alright, so number 8 on this list is going to have to be the Popstar. One of the abilities it has is that it can break quarrels. That's probably exclusive to the Popstar, because I haven't seen that with any other jobs as I know, or maybe I just haven't played the game enough. Comment down below if I missed something on that. But anyways, that is probably the best ability that any of the jobs have, because the quarrels for my party or my game just start too often, and it's been happening very recently. So I really appreciate that ability is there. Do you know how many quarrels I've had? I had 5 different quarrels in the past 2 days. Alright, so number 7 on this list is gonna have to be the warrior. It has a pretty basic set of abilities, but it does have the snap out of it. I honestly think it's just a cool performance, but the flower has basically a similar power where they can set your Miis back to normal. Unfortunately, ability for the warrior only sets one Mii back to normal if they're in a state of mood, so it kind of trumps. Alright, so number 6 on this list is going to be the thief. I don't really pay too much attention to this job, but it does have traps, which are pretty much exclusive to the thief. The thief also has abilities that include striding to attack monsters. I honestly think this is just for performance and not really for any damage output. But the backflips, though. Oh my god, what did I just say? Number 5 on this list is going to have to be the imp. And I'm not just saying that because I think the costumes are cool. So the main one I focus on is the HP drain and maybe the MP drain as well, or brain drain as you want to call it. Those steal the MP and the HP from the monsters directly and transfer them to that imp. It has happened, doesn't happen a lot in my game, but when it happens, it's great. With that, the imp also has a demonic whisper, which can basically drag the monsters into the underworld. It eradicates the monsters. The only downside about this job is that the imp has like a sort of like mood setter. It has this ability to excite your other Miis in your party, and I don't like it too much because it's a bit annoying to deal with. I don't know about this for sure, but I think it actually lasts less longer than if you were just to give your Miis a hyper sprinkle. Number 4 on this list is going to be the Mage. This is another job I don't pay too much attention to, unfortunately. All I really have to say about this job is that it has very good damage output. The only issue I have with this job is that it has the ability to put your Miis to sleep to heal them, but it just skips their turn, and I'd rather just put them in the safe spot. So the bronze for this list, since we're in the final 3, it goes to Scientist because it has a lot of damaging attacks. It's pretty damaging once your Scientist is at a pretty high level, like I would say like level 30. It has abilities that can heal yourself or your party members, mask your Mii characters from any monster attacks. The Scientist is a very good job to have on your party. Trust me on that. The job that gets the silver plate is the Vampire. The Vampire has a self-revival, which is probably one of the biggest reasons why I put it on the number 2 list. But the Vampire also has a curse ability, which is an auto ability that gives back some of the damage that the monsters give to your Mii that is a vampire. This Mii also has the ability to give any other Mii in your party vampire powers. It's basically just to self-revive. So the gold medal of this list is going to go to the Cleric, and although it's very obvious why I picked the Cleric, the main reason is because the Cleric really holds up your party at the end of the day. It's responsible for your health, for the health of themselves, as well as your other party members, as well as reviving them if they fall. I think the Cleric is honestly an underrated job, and not just Miitopia, but in any game and overall, because the Cleric is supposed to keep your teammates afloat. If you guys aren't getting any health, then you're just going to fall and you won't be able to get back up. The Cleric in Miitopia, however, has 2 other abilities which are able to calm your party down even when they're in a different state of mind. And they also have an attack of their own, although this you have to be on like a level 30 or something just to even get that ability. I think the Cleric deserves its spot at number 1. It does keep an entire party pack together when you're doing a team versus team battle. And with that, the Cleric just has a graceful like ability to it. And I think it is one of the most underrated jobs in any video game. So that's it for this video. Do you agree or disagree with me? And if so, you can comment down below why or why not. I'll see you guys in the next video, and have a nice day.